Ohtani is currently a minus 4,000 favorite to win the NL MVP. Let's welcome in Sarah Langs. Sarah, how does Lindor's season match up against Ohtani's?
I want to be clear. Francisco Lindor is an amazing player. He's having an MVP caliber season. He's really, really good. Everything he does is so valuable. It's not his fault. There is another guy in his league, in Shoehei Ohtani, who was otherworldly. If you look at what Ohtani is doing, he's second in the majors in home runs and stolen bases. The last guy to finish the season, top two in both those categories, was Ty Cobb and Hans Wagner, 1908 and 1909. This has not happened in more than 110 years. Only two guys have done. I understand he is a DH, but he is not your prototypical DH. And I don't think we can characterize him that way. I know it's his position. Both of these guys are amazing. My takeaway is how lucky we are to win this, both of them. But as with Bobby Witt in the American League, it's the wrong year to have an amazing year if the hardware is what's important.
I mean, the odds seem like it's an impossibility, Harp, for Lindor to win. Does he have, Francisco Lindor, have a realistic shot to win the MVP?
What are those odds based on? And my problem is that these odds makers, they have no idea. Two writers from each city vote for the award. They have no idea who these writers are. They have no idea what they're taking into account when they vote. So everybody might look at it differently. I think a lot of times narrative drives this award at times, you know. And I do think if the Mets have a run here in September and Lindor continues to lead the way, I think there's going to be a groundswell of support for him, especially as he continues to play great defense and he puts up numbers. His numbers actually are pretty similar to Ohtani's in the second half, other than the stolen bases. And, you know, I mean, that's obviously a kind of a gaudy stat, the stolen bases and the home runs for Ohtani. But when you consider what Lindor's doing defensively, I do think there's a chance, just because we don't know how people are going to vote on this thing.
Yeah, I mean, Lindor plays defense. I mean, that should mean something. Yeah. Andy, how do you view what Lindor's doing this season?
I couldn't agree with what you just said more strongly, Sal. He plays the whole baseball game. He plays defense. Now, look, this is nothing against Ohtani, because in the year when Judge hit 62 home runs and Ohtani was hitting and pitching at a high level, to me, Ohtani was the runaway most valuable player. How could anybody be more valuable than someone who does both of those things? But this year, right now, with all due respect to what Sarah said, I do pretty strongly disagree with you on that point, in that I really don't know how a guy that plays the whole baseball game could be behind someone who only hits. And that is with full appreciation of Shohei Ohtani being the greatest player maybe who has ever played the game. This year, Lindor plays the field and he hits the baseball. And those two things put him ahead of Ohtani.
It actually is pretty simple. And even with Judge played the field the year he was battling out with Ohtani.
Ohtani was pitching.
I understand, but at least you have both guys playing both parts of the game.
It depends if you take the literal definition as opposed to kind of the big picture definition.
Right, which nobody ever does.
Defense is undervalued in the sport, generally speaking, and in this discussion, I think, underscores that.
And we're not talking about a left fielder or a third base. We're talking about a shortstop as well. So he plays shortstop, a premier position at an elite level.